Have you ever seen a whale and thought, I wish I could ride my bike on that fella? Yeah, me either. But in this video, that's exactly what we're going to do. A whale tail for bikes mimics the back of a whale. It's a curved ladder bridge where you can jump onto the head and off of the tail. We've just got to build it first. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you might be thinking that we'll be building this feature on my trail, Stone Starlet, back up in Canada. But in reality, we're not anywhere close to it. We're 800 miles south in Northern California, near a little village called Graygull, just outside of Truckee and Downeyville. My friends Brian and Aaron purchased 91 acres of rugged land, which they're turning into a mountain bike getaway called Everstoke. Both of them have been documenting the project on their YouTube channels, while Brian has been dealing with infrastructure.
And of course you also have to...
Aaron has taken on the mammoth task of cutting trail. Over the next 8 days, I'll be camping out at Everstoke to help them build their first wooden feature. And by day 2, I'd come up with a plan.
So I spent yesterday scouting around trying to figure out what I should build and where I should build it. And now I think I know what I want to do. There's so many curved trees in this forest, I think they'd be perfect for a whale tail. And I think the best spot for that would be right behind me.
Under the tent. At the very bottom of Everstoke, Aaron has cut a short trail with a small creek gap and 2 tabletop jumps.
Oh yeah, there's a jump.
After those 2 jumps is a second small creek crossing. My plan is to place the whale tail just before the creek, effectively turning it into a creek jump. With the perfect tree picked out, I got to work cutting it down. Splitting a tree in half is actually easier than one would expect. Just stand the tree upright and let gravity guide the cut. With our 2 stringers, each at half the weight of the original log, we drag them by hand to the nearby road. But with the worksite still some distance away, we needed some mechanical assistance. Enter Rokon. Now I know what you're thinking. How could this scooter-looking thing move the 2 large pieces of wood we just cut? Well, it's better to think of it as a tractor. Like a tractor, it has big fat tires for tons of grip, 2-wheel drive to double the grip, and a super low gear ratio designed for pulling things. My goal for the whale tail is to build it in the BC style. Like all the features on my trail back in Canada, I wanted to source the wood from the forest we were working in. As luck would have it, there's a big, dead, rot-resistant cedar tree that would make this plan possible. The only problem? It's still standing.
So we're trying to figure out where to fall the tree, and Aaron's given me a challenge to fall it just 3 inches right of this tiny little tree here.
Basically, I want to stand right here and it like hit the bill of my hat.
All right, well, don't stand there.
I'm not standing.
That was intense. Check out my log. It's the most beautiful log.
With the tree felled exactly where we wanted it, we would then spend the rest of the day and the following day turning our new log into usable lumber with an Alaskan mill. And the Rokon, with its trailer, was the perfect way to transport the fruits of our labor to the job site. Day 3 would end next to the campfire. While the snow is pretty, working in it isn't optimal. The dirt here instantly turns to mud, making for slippery conditions. Luckily, today we've got a bit of extra help to make things go easier. It would just be a matter of hammering the whole feature together.
It's not going in at all. I'm gonna give up on this one.
Yeah.
Amazon nails suck.
I made the mistake of buying nails off of Amazon.
Here, hold on. Yeah, because now you got a little bit. You're doing really good.
Mostly because I couldn't find the nail I wanted anywhere else.
It's almost like, I wonder if they sell some like little sleeve that you would put on where keep the nail from like getting bent while you're hammering it.
You just sell good nails.
Yeah, exactly.
Without the proper nails, the project was in jeopardy.
So as you can see, my Amazon nails are absolute trash. They just bend as soon as they go in. So we've got some local nails. Hopefully these go in properly. If not, we're in trouble here.
Although the new nails weren't perfectly suited for the application, they weren't bending and would be good enough. We were off to the races.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good, I think.
Alright, you can just roll it this way.
Alright.
Sorry.
I was flying.
It actually fits.
With our curved stringers now firmly attached, Brian and I can now work on the most satisfying part of the build, decking it.
So we managed to finish it today, but we still got a lot of work to do. Gotta tune up the lip, and we gotta build the landing.
With the sun returning, the snow was now falling out of the trees. With everybody having to leave, it would just be Aaron and myself working today. We would work on the landing on the other side of the creek.
Alrighty.
After a little tune-up of the lip, I was feeling pretty good about the whole situation.
Well, after a long day, we got the lip and the landing done, but we can't ride it just yet. It's still a bit too muddy from all that snow, and we'll try again tomorrow morning when it's all frozen. It's freaking cold this morning. All that mud is frozen solid. And now is my best opportunity to try and send this feature.
The goal here is to confirm that we've got the lip and the landing in the right spot. So we set up some boards to help me inch my way over it.
Alright. Okay. Have to get used to this bridge. It's gonna be tricky. Yeah. I'm starting to think that this whole feature is like way too spooky without bridges on it inside. So maybe we should put boards and bridges inside. Right. So I think it's not many people are going to be able to ride this.
To be honest, not being able to test my own feature was embarrassing. But if I committed to the first jump, I would have to commit to the second jump. And mentally, I just wasn't ready to do that.
Alright, that was way too spooky for me. I'm just not that good a rider to be able to do a jump for the first time without knowing the speed or anything like that. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and put the bridges in.
And I would have time to think about my failures. Aaron had to head home. Building the exit bridge would be a solo project. On the following day, the entrance bridge came to life as well.
Well, there it is behind me, the completed whale tail. It's still too muddy to test it out, so I'll have to wait till tomorrow morning for the ground to freeze. Well, the ground is definitely frozen this morning, but it's a lot warmer than it was last time. So I need to send this as soon as possible before it thaws out.
Testing out a new feature is always a moment fraught with excitement and nervousness. But now, at least I had bridges.
Okay. Go a little further, a little faster.
And although I played it safe the first couple times through, it was game on after that.
Sweet. Feels really good. Really smooth.
I have to say, I'm glad we put the bridges in. Folks of all skill levels will be visiting Everstoke, and the bridges will allow nearly everybody to ride the feature. And at 47 feet from lip to landing, those bridges also make it the biggest feature I've ever built. In fact, it's about the size of a humpback whale. There's just one thing left to do. Give it a name. And if I've learned one thing, it's that you guys are great at naming features. So if you have a clever or interesting name, leave it in the comments down below. In a few days, I'll pick the winner and pin the comment to the top. So be sure to come back to this video to see what the name is.
Well, the feature's finally finished. I haven't showered in 8 days and I'm pretty tired, so it's time to head back home to Canada.